Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So, if you haven't caught the last episode, we've got the front end on this car. It's looking pretty good. This is a big step forward for the little Mayfair named Eve. James is happy. Next point of call is basically being tasked with what's next. What's the panel order going to be? Minimine, I'm coming at you. So in this episode, what I plan to do is cut off one of these oversills. It's going to be identical both sides, there's no point cutting them both off. I'm going to cut off one of these oversills and we'll maybe get the doorstep repaired if we can save it and stuff like that. But the idea is we need to investigate what's next really on this. We need to see just how bad the flaws are, what's needed. I've got a quiet feeling that it's not going to be as bad as we think it's going to be. Things have got structural, guys. Here's hoping, it's a Mini. And yeah. And yeah, we should be good to go. Front end's on. I've started doing a little bit of the seam sealing. That's purely because when you're grinding and welding away and stuff like that, you get all the swarf stuck everywhere, and swarf just rusts. It's absolutely no point. So if you can get everything sealed up where you stop it getting trapped everywhere, you're going to save yourself a lot of headache when it comes to the paint prep stage. So me and James got a bit of a game plan for this car, and like mentioned, I think in one of the other episodes, we're really pushing because it's getting a bit crowded in here. We need to get some of these projects knocked out and gone. There's quite a few on its way as well, so don't think I'm going to empty this place out and then there's going to be nothing in here. That's the reason. We've got loads and loads of stuff going and stuff planned. So let's get stuck in. Also, quick shout out to Pop Bang Colour. Did you see the video? Look at that mug. I love it. So yeah, like previously mentioned, we've had a bit of a shifty round. If you don't follow us on Instagram, come on, why not? We've had a bit of a shifty round. So Matt's Mini Cooper is in the kind of, I like to say long-term prep bay, but no, it's just got a bit more space around it because it's going to go on a rotisserie. So that's going to get sorted out. We've got the 89 that's going to be in the middle now, and we're going to start moving this one around, getting stuff sorted, getting things kind of prepped on it. We're just waiting on loads of materials, basically, sanding discs. That one's going to be going. Amazon is obviously, it's always in a back burner. That car, I kind of do everyone else's stuff, then if I get a minute, I go on that. But then I bought a T2 van, so I want that. So there will be some content back from the old school place, purely because I work for a living and it's easier just to nip out there and do a few bits, get you guys some content, keep stuff going and work on other projects. Plus, it's drowned with minis down here, so I like to just get my head in something different. Not to say we haven't got Mini at home, obviously we have. James's car is kind of next priority. And then we got some stuff planned with Pete Mate. Now, if you remember Pete Mate, lovely MPI Mini, which we've done a lot of work to, basically reconstructed it. And then we had his blue Mini Club and Estate. So just bear that in mind for the future. There's some stuff coming, guys. So let's get stuck into James's. Let's just take a better look at what we've got. Right, so before we get cutting, this is kind of what we're dealing with. So what we've got here is obviously, that's the sill folded back there. So you've got the new panel that I've put in at the bottom, or the bottom of the flitch basically. That's new, and then the floor needs to meet it, so that all needs to fold round under the floor. But you can kind of see where what I'm trying to say is with regards to oversills is you have, that's your original sill. So that's James's white sill. And what you can actually see, you see the chalk, the yellow chalk? That would have been the MOT tester saying, yeah, that's failed that. That's the hole, the original one. So that would have been back where it was there. And then this is an oversill and would have been right up over it. So that's actually quite fascinating to see the actual MOT kind of, yeah, that's your car, mate, and that's failed. And I bet underneath here is some more of that. The oversill on this one doesn't come quite as far. If you follow the other build that we're doing, you'll see if you've seen it or not, it comes up to here, whereas James's stops here on just before the first flute. Normally it's savable when it's like that, but I don't want to kind of count my chickens too quickly. It is so crusty. I kind of thought I could save his doorsteps, but I don't think I can. It's too far gone. The doorstep's just really rough along there. You can see where it's been welded a good few times. And it's just not in the best of shape. And then down here, it's actually taken the rear subframe mount. So it needs a lot of work, this. I'm hoping I can save the bottom of the quarter and clean that back. We will see when we get stuck into it. But basically, like I say, in this episode, we need to do a panel order. So I thought I'd bring you guys on for the ride and kind of, you can see what you're gonna find. And we'll cut all this oversill off. So we'll just run along here and we'll just fold it all back. I don't think it's gonna take very much to get it off, to be fair. Like mentioned, I didn't think it would take too long. I've not drilled out spot welds or anything like that along here because there isn't any. It's all steam welded on. There you go. There is your original sill, which is actually not in that bad a condition. Lovely. So yeah, you can just see just the extent. It's not even painted inside of this panel either. So let's just get that out of the way. And then yeah, we can start working on the rest of this. Oh, there's the original sill coming down now. There you go. So yeah, oh dear, oh dear. I thought that might happen. Things have got structural, guys. Come and have a look. All right. This here, if you're new to your Classic Minis, is where your 2 bolts go in that hold your rear subframe, your rear chassis, to your Classic Mini. That's the slinger bracket from the factory. Under there you can see like a little mounting point. If I just bring you guys in. These are only used in the factory, so I always cut these out because as you can see, it's an absolute rot trap. But this is completely gone. So this is actually incredibly structural to your car. You can see the subframe mount. There's like a tab. You can't actually see it. Actually, it's completely gone. Completely rotted away. But under there, look. A little bit under the seat belt mount, but actually all of that's incredibly quite good. Normally it's always this bit here that goes because the oversill just creates the sweat and the rot. So there's the original sill. Doesn't look like it's held on by very much either. So we'll get that out of the way soon as well. And then we can kind of see what we've got left to work with. So yeah, we'll start cutting some rot out, shall we? Classic Minis, rotting since 1959. Right, with James's hopes and dreams swept away. Oh, I'm joking, dude. Yeah, we're left with some decisions to make, really. Everything's cleaned up now. Everything's swept away, so it doesn't look so devastating. But what doesn't look great is just how much. It's really annoying in a way, because if this was all quite good, you could just put a section in here. But it's kind of gone like really sporadically all over the place. The top of the doorstep's gone up there. We see a hole, can you see it there? The doorstep lip's completely gone all the way. So there's no point working with that. Need to do a repair on the inside of the box section here. I'm thinking maybe one of them machine quarter floors. We did on Pete Mate's estate. Really nice panel, fits really good. I really don't want to be welding like under here, but I don't think I've got a lot of a choice. I think it's just something that's gonna have to be done. You can see just where the seam is there. Let me just grab the torch for you. So that seam there is basically where the oversill met, and that's where the rot went. But if I push hard enough, all of that he's going to go all of it. So it's just not worth it. It really isn't worth it. So that's quite concerning, but not uncommon on Classic Minis. And obviously we knew about that because you could see that from the top, that was the worst amount of rot. So by getting the quarter floors, we can kind of come in, cut all of that out as one big chunk. And then we can paint the inside of the cavity there and then put the oversill back over the top. But the first panel to go in will be the doorstep, because you don't want to cut all of this out and have no structure left. So yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do first, unfortunately. But it's not too bad, I guess. Right guys, this is where I think I'm gonna leave this one. This was just a real quick video, just to kind of demonstrate what's needed and what we need to do to the car. We're gonna have to do the same both sides, so I don't see the point in cutting out all the structural kind of, you don't need to cut it all out yet. Just deal with one side at a time and work away. Like mentioned, we needed just to gauge how much metal, how many panels to buy. Panels aren't cheap on Classic Minis, guys. You know when you're working on them, they're just not cheap. Matt next to me here, he's gonna find that out as well. But once you've done it, you've done it, and it's sorted, isn't it? So we need to just go and price up. I need to take some measurements of how far the floor pans come in. You've got like 2 or 3 different options of pans. See what James's budget is and things like that, and then we're just gonna get onto Minimine, drop on an email, order some panels off, and then go in and pop in, have a cuppa, and collect a load of panels. So it's definitely gonna need the floors, definitely gonna need the inner sills, definitely need the jacking points. It's gonna need it all. There's no point mucking around, is there? So we'll get it sorted on that. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you haven't already. We've got a lot going on in here, and like previously mentioned, I really just want some of these out. Got a lot planned on the channel, and this is the first one that really needs to go, along with another one that's in here that just needs to get on its way and enjoy the road a little bit more. So I'm gonna go and email Minimine. Remember to subscribe to the channel like mentioned. Go and check out these guys. Discount code on the screen now. Please go and check out the rebate shop. Use the 10% off when you spend £15 or more and get all the bits and pieces you need. Frost restoration, where we use paints and zinc primers and all sorts, and seam sealer from these guys, so please go check them out as well. Again, discount codes available. Just trying to give back to you guys. You'll help out. There's also a join button. If you don't mind pressing that join button, if you can spare just a little donation, it helps out to keep all these builds going. And yeah, very quick vlog. Just wanted to bring you guys in. I kind of want to film everything. I want you guys to see the processes, the good and the bads of these cars, because there's no point in having everything good, because it never is good. It's a classic car. But this one will just be hammered out now. We really want to get it done. We really want to get it back to James. It's a nice solid car, and he can enjoy it, and that's the plan. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Catch you next one.